May I now request Siv Kumar Diman of Yale University to introduce Sunil Girasa to our student.
Good afternoon, one and all. It's my pleasure to introduce Sunil Mohan Gera sir to the gathering. He is the renowned author of the book Make Me Your Friend, a sensational romantic thriller released in 2012 in India. His latest book called Stars in Your Eyes was released on 8 August 2015. Sunil took on to writing bold and passionate novels for the youth to evoke dreams, desires, and determination to live their dreams. Sunil had been nurturing this dream of writing for about 7 years, and finally, with Make Me Your Friend, he found an avenue to express his thoughts and live the lifelong dream of touching lives of many young minds by the power of his stories. Sunil sir tries to engage and entertain the youth by the art of storytelling on how the journey of self-exploration and dreaming larger than life can empower all to do the impossible too. He believes that his books are a clear reflection of the deepest human desires and how these desires trigger people to act in life. He believes that the youth today is strongly motivated by the glamour of fame and fortune, and these desires may sometimes trigger them to make their own rules of success independent of the conventional theories of the Indian moral brigade. Money, fame, love, lust, compulsion, and the power to be invisible is what Sunil sir wants his readers to feel and experience in his page turners. He believes that a story is only as good as it personifies the deepest human emotions of the reader and seamlessly transcends the reader into the story itself. He promises you an experience in this journey of finding love and living your dreams, which inspires you to love boldly, live passionately, and dream sensationally. Thank you, sir. And it's our pleasure to invite you for this conference, and we are very happy, sir, for your presence.
Thank you, Dr. Suman Bala, Dr. Vishweshwar Rao, Dr. R.K. Dhawan, and the August gathering. It's a great pleasure for me to speak to such scholars and youth. I would start with about my journey. And then later on, I'm going to speak about my novels, about my writing. The society, my family, played some role in my becoming an author, but that was not all. My family was among the displaced people who migrated from a place called Dera Ismail Khan in northwest Chandigarh province a few months before partition. I remember that I had a very happy childhood. Probably there were no discussions regarding the strife, regarding the difficulties, regarding the loss of position, property, and the difficulties which were faced. I think the real sufferers were like my great-grandfather, my grandfather, my father, my mother, aunts, and some other family members and all. There were no discussions regarding the past miseries, etc. People were focused on day-to-day life. They thought that there was no point in discussing about just gone by. And the days passed, and then later on I took admission in engineering college in Delhi. At that time, it became very tough for me to even clear the first year because my friends were more interested in watching the movies or gallivanting. And at that time, you know, the most interesting subject which I found was humanities. I remember reading Lord Tennyson's poem Lotus Eaters or Lord Byron's Prisoner of Chillon. I read number of novels at that time like Fountainhead, Mayor of Casterbridge, No Orchids for Miss Blendish, Fries, and many more. I was at that time also interested in writing. I wanted to write about the student unrest, about the problems in the education system, about the hippie movement, but I kept procrastinating. In those days, the English authors, Indian English authors, known Indian English authors were like R.K. Narayan, Mulraj Anand, and in the past Rabindranath Tagore, and it was like a distant dream to write in English. I frankly didn't have the confidence to write. So this desire remained in me. I became an engineer. Then I took up a job in a middle level company, medium sized company, as a corporate training. And later on I became an entrepreneur, I became a businessman, and till date I run my own business. Later on, as the years passed, I gained more confidence in myself. And I also read some of the self-help books, such as You Can Heal Your Life, Unlimited Power, 7 Habits of Most Effective People. And I'm sure that these books also helped in gaining the confidence. And I also tried to analyze that what I can write best. And according to me, nothing excited me more than writing romantic thrillers and the dash of crime in it. That's why I started writing my first novel. The name of the book is Make Me Your Friend. This book was published in the year 2012. I'll give you a little about the story. It's a book about a girl named Sharon. She is an orphan and she lives a very hard childhood under extreme deprivation. As she grows older, she has a passion that she is dazzled by the glamour and she thinks that she must have money. So she joins 3 criminals to rob a bank. The bank heist is executed, she gets her part, and then later on she escapes to Delhi, from Bombay to Delhi. Her other 3 colleagues in the crime, 2 of them get caught by the police and the 3rd person dies of cancer. She befriends another criminal and then commits another heist to steal a diamond. Then a police inspector named Ramesh follows, but she somehow dodges him. He is also attracted towards her because she was very smart and intelligent. She was very charming also. So the story goes on. I will go into the details of that because I would love that you all should read the book and get to know about what happens next. I'll just read one small passage from the book to give you a glimpse about my writing. Sharon walked on the tarmac road in slow steps, immersed in thoughts. She was oblivious to cold wind blowing on her face. She normally had a strong persona, yet she felt lonely and weak after parting from Ramesh. Ramesh is the police inspector. His left police post, by the way. She sobbed, her eyes got wet with tears. She didn't hold back her emotions and she cried loudly. She saw in the distance the dazzling fireworks in different colors. The festivities of Christmas had just begun. She was sad due to the parting. She thought while everybody was enjoying with their near and dears, she was treading a path of loneliness. After crying for half an hour, she felt lighter. She spotted a cab passing. She immediately waved and the cab stopped. She opened the door and got into it. She closed the door and asked the driver, Hotel Piccadilly, 17 sector. The driver nodded and drove away. Sharon was pensive for the entire ride to the hotel. The cab stopped at the porch. She paid the tariff along with a small tip. The driver promptly came out and opened her door. Sharon was pleased with his courteous behavior. The whole hotel was illuminated with the lights. The lobby was decorated with Christmas tree and with the model Santa sitting on the sleigh, which was being pulled by reindeers on snow. She sat on the sofa along with many guests in the lobby. All were being offered welcome drinks and Christmas cake. The chimes of bells and Christmas carols had made the place lively. The cheerful atmosphere brought a change in her mood. She thought our mostly had been a happy day. She had been successful in meeting Ramesh. They had enjoyed a few hours together. She justified his behavior that as his memory of prison sentence was fresh in his mind, he blamed her for his prison sentence and therefore he had avoided a long-time relationship. This decision was hard on her as well. She hoped that one day his anger would subside and they would unite again. The feedback for my first novel gave me more encouragement and I thought that I could write. And I started penning down my second novel. It took me 2 years to complete the manuscript of my second novel. There had been a lot of changes in the plot, in the background, in the story, and finally I had my manuscript ready. This story about a man named Ramesh, young man named Ramesh, who is very ambitious and stakes all his inheritance to make a movie in Bollywood. The first movie which he makes, where his friend Meera is the heroine, that does not fulfill his dreams in the sense that the movie doesn't get the good reception from the audience, and to escape the loan shark that he has to run away from Bombay. Somehow the problem of money gets resolved and he makes another attempt to make his second movie along with his same heroine Meera, who is his love also, and that movie is a box office hit and both become successful and famous. But the success and fame, they get so much busy with that the love takes a back seat. That's when Karan, an industrialist, he woos Meera away from Ranbir, the hero of the film. It is followed by number of incidents, blackmail, murder, many other things. And I would like my readers to, prospective readers, to read the book and know more about that. I'd like to read a small part of the book. Ranbir got up with a start at the alarm clock rang. He lifted the curtain and peeped outside. It had been raining heavily and the road was shining under the yellow street light. He thought about the escape. He had already packed his suitcases and loaded them in the dicky of the car the previous night. He had planned to leave Mumbai for the time being and was considering driving to his hometown Bhatinda in Punjab in his ambassador. He took a bath and changed into blue jeans, a casual shirt and sneakers. His stay in Mumbai had been tumultuous. He picked up